Right, so it's the next day and all the stuff we need for the job has now arrived. We've got the Asteroid Smart, the Parrot Unicar steering wheel interface, the fitting kit, and the Q-cam, if we need it. We keep these in stock anyway because they're a great camera, but we'll see what happens. So obviously next, take apart the front dash, probe some wires, figure some stuff out and go from there. Quick breakdown of everything I've got to do in the front. So obviously the main unit is getting replaced with the Parrot Smart, not tablet, the Parrot Smart Asteroid head unit doubled in, and we'll be getting a fitting kit in overnight which will help it to fit in there, nice standard black one. A couple of other things I've got to do: hook up all these steering wheel controls, so for that we'll be using the Parrot Unicar steering wheel interface. He wants all of his old Japanese tech removed, so up here we got TV aerials for when Japan was running on analog TV. I don't know if they still are. Obviously no longer using New Zealand, being all digital. There's some more toll booth meter related stuff over here. A couple of aerials and shit he wants out. And the other thing is obviously the reversing camera. So there's a factory reversing camera there, which is quite good because the steering lines turn with the steering wheel. But unfortunately that's not something that's most likely data related, and we won't be able to have that going on the new camera, but it will be much better resolution. He has asked me to hook up this factory reversing camera to it if possible, rather than putting in a new one. That'll depend on what power source it takes, whether it's 6 volt or 12 volt or whatever it is. And the other thing is, over here is a button, the picture of the car with a wee bracket to the side of it. If you push it, and you can do this in reverse or not in reverse, it gives you, if you can see there, that's like a side view of the car coming off that wing mirror there. I've said that we might be able to get that going on an external AV input, but I don't know if we'll be able to get it running off this button anymore. The sad thing about it is that all this technology is really great. There's turning lines, I love that button, I think it's a really great thing, but all of our head units, or New Zealand head units, only have one trigger input, and this is all Japanese tech. Unfortunately, Japanese tech just isn't as compatible with New Zealand input as we would like it to be. Something else I've just noticed about this side camera here: if you press this button with Japanese writing on it, the view changes to a close-up of the tyre. Zooms in a wee bit. The customer's not too bothered about that. He said he's been driving it for a while now and he hasn't ever rubbed the guard, so if that's not going to work, he's really not too phased. But I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do about the reversing camera and the side camera. Worst case scenario for him is that he gets a brand new high quality Q-cam, and that is a much better field of view and much higher resolution than the one that's in here, but obviously he'll have to pay for it. But anyway, lots to do. I'm going to start ripping some panels off and getting some stuff done. Right, so for the past pretty much hour I've been removing all of this junk from the car. There is a heap of stuff here. There was a remote start module under the passenger's carpet there. There was a massive TV tuner stuck down under the carpet of the driver's seat. That took ages to get out. Got the aerials mostly off the window, got to clean it up a bit more. One's off the dash. Just heaps of other Japanese wires which were running all over the place. So now I finally get to start on installing the new stereo. So what I've gotten done is I've gotten the steering wheel controls hooked up. I have hooked up the factory auxiliary input, so now he can just plug straight into that, the same as he used to. And then in addition, he's got down in here a couple of USB inputs, one of them with a iPod connection attached, which you can remove if you get to a later model iPhone or whatever. I've done the reversing camera. So that there is the factory reversing camera. I was going to mount it there, but there were going to be issues with how it was going to attach to the car, use some strange 45-degree bracket. So I decided to put it here, just right in the middle, because in the middle you get a better field of view. Tow bar lines up with the centre, so that's just nicely tucked away up there. You wouldn't even notice it looking at the back of the car. Should mention also, one of the last things I did on Friday night was completely clean up the windscreen, so there's no more evidence of those TV aerials being there anymore that used to go down to the box under the driver's seat. So having installed a new reversing camera because the factory one wasn't going to work, I haven't really tried to do anything yet with the side camera. That might be a last minute thing if I've got some spare time. I know for a fact that the signal for it is down here. I know for a fact that the signal for the side camera comes out of this one, this wee plug here, and that on the original system you would operate it by pressing this button here. Not sure what I'm going to be able to do yet, whether or not I can hook it up to an AV input or what, but like I say, that'll be my lower priority job. The next thing I have to do, now that I've actually gotten most of the stuff I was originally going to do done, the customer has turned around and said, okay, now I want an amplifier. So we are now going to install a Infinity 4-channel amplifier that does 75 watts RMS by 4 to power the Alpine Type R speakers, and at that point it will be sounding really grunty. So that's what I'm up to next.